Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to this would be ninth lecture, but first in the series on the scientific topics. So we start with the soil. What is soil? Introduction to the soil. This video would be beneficial for all those who go through botany, environment, ecology, geography, zoology, and other related subjects wherever soil is there. So this is addressed to those students. Three important terms. First we have to differentiate. The first term is the earth. What is earth? Earth simply means it is a general terminology term used for unconsolidated land masses that can be dug, moved, or formed by equipment. Second is the land. This is the physical environment consisting of relief, soil, hydrology, climate, vegetation. There is 75% water and 25% land on the earth. Soil, third term, a basic natural resource for plant production. Soil is limited. It must be properly looked after. Now we will be coming to the actual definition of the soil. What is soil? Soil has been mentioned in the Quran in Surah Taha, which I would translate the meaning: to whom belongs what is in the heavens and what is on the earth and what is between them and what is under the soil. This has been mentioned in the Holy Quran. So although several definitions are there for soil, but depending upon the use and approach and expertise, various definitions, all of them, they converge, they reach, they agree to one point. That is, soil is the uppermost weathered part of the earth crust. Uppermost layer, weathered. Soil is a basic natural resource which is a growing medium for crops, plants, and microbes, for producing food, making habitats for organisms, waste decomposers, filter of water and waste, a source material for building, structures, constructions. Also, soil is used in medicines. It is used in art, gas, exchanger, integrator, or a hub for all other geospheres on Earth. What are the other geospheres? Hydrosphere, the water blanket; atmosphere, the air blanket; lithosphere, the stone or the rock blanket; biosphere, the area to which biological life is extended. Now, again we say, what is soil? It is a Latin word coming from solum, means altered, change surface of soil. That again means this is the surface layer and change, not exactly the same what is there. It is a modified form of layer. Several ways to define soil. Geological definition would be that the loose surface of the earth as distinguished from soil bedrock. Bedrock means the rock material which is a parent material for support of plant life if not required. Traditional definition is material which nourishes, feeds, and supports growing plants, including rock, water, organic material, even sometime material lying in the aerial part of the trees. Other various definitions are, again, I said in the beginning that it is the interest of the worker He defines soil according to his interest, according to his expertise. Agriculture chemist thinks soil is a medium providing water and most of their nutrient requirements to the plants. Since agriculture chemist deals with the chemistry and especially that chemistry, that chemicals which work as a nutrients for the plants, so he thinks this is a medium, this is a place which can provide water as well as nutrients to the plants. Pedologist, pedology is the science of the soil, or pure soil scientist. He defines soil as the part of the outer mantle of the earth that extends from the surface down to the limit of biological activities, from the top layer to deeper layers, as long as some kind of biological activities, that is organism, is there. So this is pedologist's definition. Soil is an accumulation of weathered rock material along the organic matter along with the organic matter at the earth's surface. Again, this is another way that it is accumulation of weathered. Weathered means broken down, fragmented down, decayed down rock material, because rocks are the parent material, rock material along with organic matter at the surface of the earth. Soil is another way. Soil is the upper layer of the earth that may be dug or plowed or in which plants can grow. Upper layer which can be dug or which can be plowed down, in which plants can grow. Soil is a natural body on which plants and microbes grow. So again, this is another way, same. In a simple way, it is a natural body of physical material in which plants can grow, many microbes can grow. Soil, again, another way, soil is the non-consolidated weathered upper part of the earth crust that serve as a natural medium for the growth of the land part. This says unconsolidated. Consolidated is the rock. Non-consolidated means it has been changed, modified. So weathered layer. A farmer considers soil as a something where crops can be grown. If you ask a farmer, agriculturist, he would say soil means where plants can grow. He won't say rocky material or a building or a wall as a soil. So a place where plant crops especially can be grown. Simpson also gave a definition. He defined soil as the link between the core of the earth, that is from the heart of the earth, right below, and the living things on the surface. So from a very deep layer where hard bedrock is there, moving upwards, reaching to the surface layer. He says it is the foothold for the growth of the plants, in which plants can anchor, plant can grow. Soil mantle of the earth is variable. That is, this layer which we define as a soil, which we define as a weathered layer, mantle, upper part, is variable. But all soils have some common features. May be variable in thickness, in qualities, or in some physical biological features, but all soil have some common features. These common features are mineral composition. Every soil has some mineral. Every soil has some organic matter. Every soil has some kind of water. Every soil has some kind of air, although the air, water, organic matter may be variable. It occupies space and it has a profile. Developmental stages are there. A very elaborate definition is given by Daubenmeier in 1974. He considers soil as the uppermost superficial weathered layer of earth in which plants are anchored or they are grown. It includes muddy bottom of ponds, ditches, drains, streams, rivers, or porous rocks or crevices within the rocks into which plants can send their roots or resides. He further says It is associated with the living organism and products of their decay. It is also further continued. It is the weathered inorganic parent material from rock lying on the upper part of the earth. Soil is a natural body comprised of solids, minerals and organic matter, liquid and gases that occur on the land surface and occupies a space. The upper limit of soil is the boundary between soil and air, shallow water, live plants or undecomposed plant material. Five factors are important in the formation of soil, which give a shape, development, and the soil passes through an evolutionary process. Ultimately, soil is formed. The first thing is the parent material or rock. जितनी भी rocks हैं, पहाड़ हैं, they are the parent material. They are the source which are weathered, which are broken down and given back to the soil, to the earth as a soil. Few soils weather directly from the underlying rocks. Few very rare soil. They are formed, they are weathered, but they remain there. They are not transported. They still lie below the same rock. These are known as residual soils. They have the same general chemistry as the original rock. So since they are not moved, only broken down, change into smaller fragments, so chemically they are similar, but physically they are different because they have a smaller size of the particles. Commonly soils are formed of material that have moved in from elsewhere. लेकिन अक्सर ये है जी कि whenever soil is formed, weathered material never remains there. Some kind of agency like air, water, gravitation, animals, or even now human activities, they move it, take it and deposit it to another area. Second feature is the relief or topography. What is the configuration? What is the relief of an area? What kind of slope is there? What kind of aspect is there? So the relief, configuration, slope, aspect of the land also affects the physical, biological features of the soil, like moisture is affected, temperature is affected, soil conditions is affected. Steep slopes facing the sun or warmer facing the sun, those slopes which are steep or naked, they are warmer, just like the south facing side of the house. So south facing steep slopes, they are more warmer than the northern aspect. Steep slopes may be eroded. Since the slope is steep, so the weathered material, it moves down along with the water, along with the gravity, along with the wind. So it loses the topsoil as they are formed. So there's a loss of the soil. Whatever has been weathered, whatever has been transported there, has been deposited there, that soil moves down, and maybe a stage is reached whereby naked soil or the bedrock is visible. Climate. Definitely climate has an influence everywhere. This includes the amount, intensity, timing and kind of precipitation. Amount means how much rainfall, what is the intensity, whether slow or strong. Timing, what is the time, summer or winter. Kind of precipitation means whether this precipitation comes in the form of rain, in the form of snow, in the form of hail, or in the form of a humid situation. All these influence formation of soil by causing different patterns of weathering and leaching. In the next lecture we may have a little bit details, but at the moment this much is enough for it. Seasonal and daily changes in the temperature affect moisture level. This is a common feature which you can observe, seasonal and daily feature. See, temperature at night is low, daytime high, summer is high, winter is low. So these seasonal changes, daily changes in temperature also affects moisture level, biological activity, rate of chemical weathering, kind of vegetation, even the physical weathering is related to the climate. Wind redistributes sand and other particles, especially in the arid regions. After weathering, maybe a soil, a rock, ultimately changes to a sandy situation, smaller particles, so it is deposited. But after deposition, when wind starts, wind can carry it to some other place, redistribution occurs. Biological factors, yes, this is also important. Living components like microorganisms, plants, animals, and man are capable of altering, changing, modifying the physical, chemical, biological features of the soil. Plants are there, they add organic matter. Plants are there, they increase microbial population. If man is acting, so man is making a town or road, he is causing weathering, he is causes disintegration. So all these features are biological feature which can also affect the development or formation of the soil. Time, this is very much important. Soil is not formed in hours or in few minutes. It is based on the geological time scale. In the Cholistan desert, 100 years or more than 100 years are required to form a 1 inch of a soil, but erosion a few minutes can wipe off everything. So time taken for the formation of soil is important factor. Over time, soil shows features that reflect the other forming factors. Soil forming processes are continuous. Weathering of soil is a continuous soil. Young soils are immature and they are defined as azonal. Mature soils, they would show profile. If you have dug somewhere Chatakuyim Kanistino, you can see the top layer, the second layer row, slowly and gradually, ultimately it reaches to a sandy level, or ultimately it may reach to a clayey level. This is the profile because of time, because of maturity of the soil. But if a soil is immature, new rock is weathering, only few stones or cracks would be there. There is no zonation. So time is also important in the formation of the soil. Now coming to the composition, what is a general composition of a soil? A soil has 4 components: mineral contents, which is generally saying on the average 45%, organic content, which is 5%, which are plants, animals, mineral contents or rock. Both these make 50%. This 50% is known as soil solids, solid material. रॉक is solid और वो जो plants हैं, animals हैं या organic matter, that is solid. Next two are the air and the water. Air ranges and water, both of them separately, they range from 20 to 30% depending upon the locality, depending upon the climatic conditions, depending upon the aspect, but on the average both have been taken as 25%. So this also makes 50%. So 50% is the solid material, 50% is the porous material, pore space. Pore space, this is because weathered material is never solid. It is a loose material. Loose materials has gaps. Those gaps are known as pore space. So pore space में या तो हवा होगी या पानी होगी. So that is 50%. This is a generalized composition of the soil. 3 phases can be recognized. We have said 3 phases. Solid material is there, so there is a solid phase. Solid phase is the major reservoir for most of the nutrients. Nutrients, they come from the solid phase. It provides physical support to the plants. It retains nutrients in the root zone. So, जो solid portion है 50%, that is considered as a solid phase of the soil, or this provides nutrients, this provides moisture is retained, it provides rooting facility or anchorage facility. Solid phase is composed of minerals, inorganic, which is 45%, and organic matter, organic component, which is 5%. This 45% is the rocky material, earth material, sand, silt, clay, etc., stones, or organic contents are two: plants, animals, and their decay component, organic matter. Organism and organic matter. Mineral components consist of primary, secondary minerals, amorphous substances, and fragments of parent material. Organic components include soil, flora, fauna, plant roots, plant, animals, residue, humus, organic matter. The organic component is the major source because decomposition of the litter would occur, organic matter would occur. It is a source of various nutrients like nitrogen, phosphate, potassium, calcium, sulfur, iron, whatever the nutrients are, unka source hai ye. Liquid phase, we have said there is a water or there is a gas. So liquid phase consists of soil solution and moisture, which is mainly responsible for nutrient transport and source of water. You must remember that most of the water which is present in the soil pores is not pure. It does have some kind of minerals. Some taste of the water is because of the minerals which are present in that particular soil or at a particular place. Gaseous phase, air is there, so oxygen, different airs, they are present. Generally, the space which is utilized by water, that is not available to the air. If a soil is a waterlogged one, flowing water is there, saturated water is there, so there would be hardly any gas or oxygen level. This gaseous phase. In a dry situation, deserts, the soils have more gaseous contents. Two approaches are there. How we can study soil? जाहिर है कि एक व्यू जो है वो सॉइल साइंटिस्ट का है, डेट इज़ जिसको हम पीडोलॉजी कहते हैं, पीडोलॉजिकल अप्रोच. Soil is also known as a pedosphere. So pedological approach means thinking soil as a pedosphere. The word pedosphere or pedology means the study of the origin, classification, description of soil. Origin, classification, description. ये तीन चीज़ें. Nothing else. According to this view, soil is a natural body which is physically, biochemically weathered and synthesized products. Pedology considers that this is a natural body which is weathered material, physically, biochemically synthesized material. It has been broken and re-cemented again. This approach pays minor attention to the practical utilization of the soil. They are not concerned with its utility, कि जिसकी utility plants के लिए क्या है. No. Scientist which has this approach or a worker which has this approach is known as pedologist. Pedology, pedologist, pedosphere, these should be remembered. The other thing is when we think of a soil in relation to the plants, whether crop would be good, whether it can bear forest, whether it can bear rangelands, whether it is a soil which cannot bear any plants. Such a relationship is known as edaphology. So edaphological approach means the study of the soil as related to its practical utilization with relevance with respect to the growth, distribution, and productivity of plants, animals, microorganisms. It consider soil as a natural habitat for the growth and survival of the organism. We are using this word organism as a blanket word for plants, animal, microbes, or all those organisms which utilize plants, even the human being utilizes the soil, so that approach. And the scientist would be termed as pedologists. Thank you very much for listening. You can appreciate it, give suggestions, like it, spread it, and press the bell for us to encourage. I hope this first lecture about the soil can give you an idea what kind of lecture would be there in the future. Now next would be, inshallah, weathering of soil, how soil is formed. Thank you very much.